Okay, let's talk to Bankole Odusanya, who is a fixed income dealer at UBA. He's joining us from FMDQ Exchange Place. Let's bring in the debt market into the entire conversation of the final full trading week in September, and we're wrapping up the month. Bankole, it's good to see you again on the show.
Morning, Wilson.
Great, great. Thank you so much. How's the lot going over there at UBA?
Yeah, the day is going fine.
Yeah, it is going fine. So, what's the wrap up the week for us on treasury bills and bond market space? What are the big stories for this week? Is it all quiet? And I'm still wondering where are we heading into as we start a new month, technically on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, thank you, Wilson. It's been a busy week. There was FGN bond auction, which is held once a month this week. We saw marginal inch up on the closing rates, where the 2049 closed at 14.6 levels, just about 10 basis points from where it closed last month. The major highlights, however, are on the treasury bills and where there are unmet demand on the one-year end of the treasury bills. For the third consecutive week, the demand for 1 year's treasury bills for at the OMO market is not fully met. Those have been issued on a pro rata basis, about 50 to 60% being sold to the market compared to the demand. So what we've seen is that the unmet demand has crept back into the secondary market, thereby leading to fall or some form of crash right at the end of the curve. That's on the 1 year end. So basically, as I speak with you, treasury bills that were sold yesterday at yesterday's OMO auction at 13.48 are currently being bidded or bid at 13% at the secondary market. Correct.
Why I looked taking a look at some of the most actively traded Naira bond yesterday, Thursday, and that was just about the day after the debt auction. And I saw a lot of trading activities piled into mid to long-term instruments, 2049, 2036, and 2037. What's the interest here for investors?
Okay, that's the long end of the curve. The coupons there are quite attractive, and there's been some earlier positioning. Of course, for those who are speculating on the auction, there had been some initial sales at the secondary market to be covered at the auction. So the plan is to sell at 14.4 levels, and then go to the auction and buy at slightly higher at the higher interest rate. So basically, it's pre and post auction activities that you're seeing at that end. And then for PFEs and some FPIs who have interest in very attractive coupons, those particular bonds that you stated are above 13.6 levels by way of returns on investment. So they are quite attractive, and some of those with the best, highest level of demand in the market.
And of course, there is liquidity.
Yes. Well, liquidity is modest. I would not call it huge because of the FOMO
Come on.
by the central bank.
If you guys have 1 trillion naira, you're still going to call that modest because you guys always, you love liquidity.
Yes, liquidity is key. It drives our market, especially on the short end. But as we speak, liquidity in the market has been managed at around 250 billion on the average, if you check in the last 1 month. And the central bank has deliberately and carefully managed it at that level, such that there won't be pressure on the FX end. I&E FX rate is currently at 362. It seems there's some level of comfort there, and that's the equilibrium level right now. So therefore, we are not seeing aggression at the mop-up at the OMO end, which has led to the unmet demand on the 1 year that I described.
Okay, give me your playbook. We're just getting a bit of a technical hitch with that connection there. It's been a bit very cloudy, raining in Lagos. This Friday is a nice one for to start the weekend. So I'm just rubbing my hands. Bankole, what's your playbook for next week? I'm sure you folks are done with September, as it were. So what's your outlook on October?
We're looking at the last quarter as a whole. We're taking it as a whole, and then we're keeping an eye on inflation. Inflation, because of what has happened at the border closure, how that might impact food pricing, which is a major component in the CPI component computation. So if there is a spike on inflation, as expected. If it goes like it goes into 12-13% range, you would expect the market to react to that because of your real. But if we get a knee-jerk reaction, like if the inflation does not move in a very way, then we expect market to continue to be driven by system liquidity as managed by the central bank. But going into the last quarter, we expect that there will be some repatriation of FX, some demand for FX, and then the central bank will be willing to issue more treasury bills that will attract some FPIs flows into the country, so that will just help manage demand and supply of FX.
Okay, so here goes the central bank chief. Financial regulator says, well, no interest rate, no policy rate tinkering until we get to single-digit inflation. That was an interview you did with Bloomberg about 2 days ago. So that's all there for you guys on Market Street. So how are you guys scratching your head about what Mr. Governor said?
Yes, it's just, reinforcing what we had known earlier, that there won't be any major change on interest rates right now. We won't see further easing or tightening. Like I said earlier, there's some level of comfort and equilibrium on the INA DFX space. If inflation were to drop significantly, he has promised to moderate on interest rate. That's the monetary policy rate, which is currently at 13.5. We don't see that happening because of food and expected or anticipated change in the price of food, given what has happened recently. And if you look at since May 2018, inflation has been on 11%. Fine, moving from 11.5 to 11.02, we still consider that to be not significant. So it's a parallel line, 11% for 16 months consecutive. So we do not see an immediate or a sharp drop to 9% that is spoken about. It just gives you an overview of where we're going to facing the end of the year and next year. It shows that if we do not touch single digits, there may be no change in the monetary policy decision of the central bank, and that's a very good forward guidance that he has given us there.
I was scratching my head. 11.02% to 9%. That's just about 2% in terms of numbers. But if you look at what it will take you to get to that 9%, it could be months, much longer. That doesn't look like in any foreseeable future. Now, maybe if we do everything well, I'm not sure we can get that done within the next 12 calendar months.
It's not feasible except there's a major change in an indices like petrol price. That's what can either take us up or down. Basically, as things are, the food basket and then the entire CPI basket being used to compute, we do not see a sharp drop. It will take a change in FX rate or petrol price to move us either up or down in a significant manner. It's got to be a fiscal. It has to come from the fiscal side. That's just how it is. Yes. That's the only way. It's not going to be a monetary push here. So it looks like Godwin Emefiele is folding his hands and waiting for his bosses at the executive side branch to get things done. He will move when his bosses move. Thank you so much, Bankole Odusanya. Take a breather. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Then we'll be talking to you when we get into October. Thank you, boss. Bankole Odusanya from fixed income dealer from UBA, out of FMDQ Exchange Place. And if you're interested, if you invested in some of the companies whose names are oftentimes off the radar of what we talk about on a daily basis, one of them is Nino International, doing business in manufacturing and marketing for nutritional materials and some pharmaceuticals, including intravenous. This small cap company reported its earnings for 2016, 2017, and 2018 has been in breach of its reporting compliance with the stock exchange. But we're just taking a look at 2018. Not very stellar there. You can see the numbers. The earnings per share coming in at 0.70 kobo. Then, of course, if you're interested in Omatech Ventures, the earnings are also out for 2015. Not some spectacular earnings there for you, but you just want to put that in your box. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's enjoy the weekend. We'll see you again at the other side of the weekend. Then October 1st is just around the corner. Keep your eyes here on our special programming on Channels Television, Nigeria's news leader. Thank you so much. I'll see you very soon.